2 Chronicles 14, 2 through 4 says, Asa did good in what was right in the sight of the Lord, for he removed the foreign altars and the high places, and tore down the sacred pillars, and cut down their Asherim, and commanded Judah to seek the Lord of their fathers, and to observe the law and all the commandments. Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is 2 Chronicles chapters 14 and 15, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, today and tomorrow we're going to talk about a man called Asa. He was a young man that knew what was right, and he did it. But when he grew older, he became fuller of himself in his decision-making process and was judged by God for that mistake. Now, when Asa became king, he recognized that many things had crept into the Jewish religion that were not part of the original theological statements of God in the Torah, which are the first 5 books of the Bible. He immediately began the process of taking these items out of either circulation, as in the case of the Asherah, or ensuring that the religious ceremonies were only the ones that were prescribed in the Old Testament. Because of this, God gave Asa a kingdom rest, so to speak, and he rested from wars, and Asa could concentrate on cleaning up the mess that his father and grandfather had produced. He even took his mother and removed her as queen mother because she had violated the religious law and kept an idol. This young man was on fire for what was right in the eyes of God. Now, when people first come to Christ, many times they seem to have a desire to serve God and to seek God in everything that they do. They may clean out their old closets, so to speak, cancel subscriptions, even stop going to places where they used to frequent because they recognize that these things of God would not have them, or God wouldn't have them to do this. But as we grow in Christ, with a sense of time, sometimes we revert back to our previous ways of thinking. Now, we don't go all the way back, but what was not okay when we first became a Christian or had a relationship with Christ now becomes okay because we have freedom in Christ. And this can create significant problems in our walk with Christ. Now, tomorrow we're going to discuss what happened when Asa moved towards the end of his life and how his philosophy and his walk with God changed, and then what happened to him. We need to repeatedly take our lives back in Christ and make sure that we have the same fervor that we had for Christ in the beginning, and that it remains with us throughout our entire life.